What's up, everyone? It's great to see you, as it's been a little while. Boy, have I been busy this last week with business and music and all kinds of things going on. So if any of you have a cloning machine out there, let me know, because I'd be very interested in, cloning the shit out of myself. Anyhow, I'm back with the Theta price action updates. Let's not waste any time and get into this. And dropping into coin market cap, we are seeing quite a bit of red across the board here. Big Daddy Bitcoin with a little bit of green here. See Polkadot as well as Litecoin working its way to the upside. And there's Theta coming in at rank number 17, taking out Internet Computer. Love it or hate it, you gotta admit, that is a silly name for a cryptocurrency. Like, really? Internet Computer. Did grandma name that one? There, now that all the internet computers hate my video and are disliking it, just smash in the dislike button. Let's move on. And dropping into ThetaToken.org, we see that the Theta Mainnet 3.0 is only 16 days and 1 hour away. And here's Theta up on the daily chart in TradingView, and my last analysis was on May 31st on this little candle right here. And just prior to that, I was talking about the 0.382, which is coming in around the $8.50 mark. Price action got up there, rejection on first pass. Theta puts another pivot point on the market on May 31st and began drifting its way back up to that 0.382. And I was mentioning that likely a break on second pass. That's just typically how these areas work on a chart when something tries to reverse itself off a daily downtrend like we've been looking at here. And what do you know? Price action got right up into the next area of interest, was the 0.5. And that's coming in around $9.86. And as you can see, multiple attempts to get past that on candle body closures before ultimately rolling to the downside. It's simply amazing how well cryptocurrencies respect these Fibonacci levels. And I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at price action. Look at the chart right in front of us. You see price action get up there, wicking, and then eventually rolling to the downside. And I think that this is going to behave exactly the same as it did back here for the 382. Theta is beginning to drift its way back up to this level. And in the next attempt here, likely to break it. I mean, every single time price action tests this area, it's basically gobbling up all the sell orders that are there. So it's literally depleting the ammunition of whoever's selling that area. So whatever entity or entities, it could be multiple people, they're running out of dry powder. And the bulls keep scooping price action up on a higher low structure, which is looking great. I mean, it's the first time in a little while that we've seen Theta, sticking in higher lows on a daily. So essentially attempting to undo the daily downtrend. Now, when I scroll out a bit, you can see that we're still in lower high territory here. And that's another reason why I pay very close attention to these Fibonacci levels. They're just really, they're natural pressure points on a chart. Whether or not you believe it has something to do with the universe, I don't get too carried away when it comes to the TA. In a lot of cases, I think it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy, knowing that a lot of institutions watch these levels, a lot of highly informed traders, professional traders that do this for a living watch these areas. And that's typically the people playing with the largest capital are those folks. So, I like to just keep them on my chart. I mean, it's not a crystal ball or a guarantee, but it is a high probable area that you're going to see this kind of action along the way. And I like to have eyes on these areas so that I can make decisions. Now, Theta is floating its way back up to that 0.5. And I think it could breach on this next test. Of course, I'm not saying that with certainty, but becomes highly probable. And the next pressure point to pay attention to is simply the 0.618. And that's coming in at $11.28. And that's the next area I'll watch if price action shreds through this 0.5. From there, it'll be the 0.786. And as you can see, if I'll just stick a horizontal here just quickly, like this, and you can simply see the confluence. I mean, on this bounce here, you can see tweezer top before rolling over, lots of wicks along that area. So there's plenty of confluence there. So it's just another natural pressure point to be paying attention to. Price action gets up there and starts closing above it. Well, the only thing left keeping price action down would be this liquid zone here that has the bottom side coming in at $14.20 approximately, and it has the top side coming in at $14.98. We'll just say $15 on that. Getting daily candle body closures above that level, and then things get really interesting, because then we can start looking at some very, very common targets. And those first targets, and usually these aren't reversal points, just merely some profit-taking targets, would be around the 1.414, which is coming in at about $20. And up above that, you have the 1.618 coming in at $23. So if you see price action get above that liquid zone on candle body closures and things begin to rip and hesitate in this area, just know that those are very common areas on a chart that hit. These aren't even my predictions. It's just the Fibonacci target levels. Above that, you have the 2.272 coming in around $30. and then above that one there is the 2.618. So those are the major areas to watch if price action gets going here again. And the conditions seem pretty good for it, quite frankly. I mean, Bitcoin hasn't broken to the downside, putting in a nice little bear trap there recently. And so long as Bitcoin stays sideways, within a range or grinding its way to the upside, well, it's going to give Theta some room to breathe. Let's check out the momentum oscillators here. So we have the RSI in the neutral zone with a slope to the upside. Recently, we see a little bit of a fake out here where it dipped down below the EMA, but popped back up almost immediately and left it with a positive slope to the upside as well. Dropping down to the stochastics, they are technically sloped to the downside and seem to be losing the bullish control zone, at least at the time of recording. So we'll have to keep our eyes on those over the next few days here. And dropping down to the MACD, we're seeing the fast line get back up above the zero read of the Y-axis for the first time in a while. We see that happen back here. A little bit of a fake out, and then they really took a nosedive here, but getting back into that zone, and we're seeing another bar of positive momentum show up on the histogram here as well. So the momentum oscillators aren't telling me a heck of a lot right now. I'd say the most encouraging thing that I'm seeing on this chart is the higher low structure here that seems to be forming up on the daily. So every single time the bears step in to sell these key areas, like right here, the 0.382, the bulls step in a little sooner. When they tried selling the 0.5, well, the bulls stepped in even sooner once again. And price action is always king, so that's a powerful sign. I mean, if Theta works its way back up to the 0.5, likely it's going to break, and then we can watch the 0.618 and see what happens with that on first pass. Now, areas of support to the downside is going to be this liquid zone here that has a top side coming in at $8.17, and then it has that bottom side coming in around $7.36. Down below that is the 0.236, and that's coming in at around $6.71. But to me, it seems probable that Theta is going to grind its way to the upside here. Likely it's going to break the 0.5, and then we'll watch that 0.618. So hopefully you guys are doing well out there. It's really nice to see you again, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon. And until I do, have yourself a powerful day.